Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today I'm going to be looking at the offensive line versus the Detroit Lions, and this time we'll be looking at the incomplete passes. We looked at the complete passes in the first video, and in this game, there's actually only 7 incomplete passes, but we're also going to add the sacks in too and look at those together. So that increases it to 12. So we'll look at those plays and then kind of break down what's going on. I would suggest check out the first video. I kind of mentioned how there's a narrative right now about the offensive line, and so we're just going through that. So anyway, with that being said, let's get started. We'll be watching the coach's film once again. All right, so under center, so we got a play action. Now this is a sack. Now we can already see there's plenty of time. Now this might possibly be a coverage sack. So we got play action. We got 3 in the route. Robinson is on the out, and then the running back comes out late. We got kind of this shot play downfield, double post, and it's pretty well covered. I mean, all the options are pretty well covered, I would say, outside of the late release by the running back. They chipped Robinson pretty well. I mean, you still could have made a throw, but I would say really your check down was the only option there. So let's look at the end zone view. So again, got the play action. Got double here, late release here. Leno has no edge strat, helps out even though he blocks in the back. And then Kennard comes late. And really, you just had Trubisky holding the ball too long, to be completely honest. Let's see here. Play action 1, 2, 3. I mean, he's got 3 to 4 seconds in the pocket without moving, really. So he could have 4 seconds. I would honestly chalk that up to the coverage and also chalk that up to Trubisky holding the ball. So now we're in the empty set. Backed up against our own territory. Bunch trips to the right. Low snap. See, Trubisky gets away. Just tries to put the ball. They end up calling him out. But anyway, let's see what we got here as far as a route combination. All right, so you have a flat route, which is wide open right away by Burden, but something short. Let's see. I'm not even sure what everybody's running. Everybody got like pressed and then they just started floating to spaces. But it looks like a little bit of a spacing route. So we got the flat here. Somebody should be hooking up here. Somebody should be or flag. But they don't really do that. So more of a vertical concept. And then you got, I believe that's Allen Robinson over the middle. So let's get to the end zone view, because it looks like there definitely were some options. All right, so add an empty again, so no extra protection. And we do have a low snap. From the snap, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 3 seconds before we get pressure. And Robinson has a man on his tail, so you do have that. So we got a late blitz, but really 3-man pressure with a late blitz here. So let's go again and see what the issue is. The initial pass pro looked good. So we got 2-on-1. Whitehair goes over to help out. And then Daniel gets beat 1-on-1. I believe that's Trey Flowers. And that's what causes the pressure. Everything else was picked up pretty well. So again, the initial pass pro was good. You had about 2 seconds, and then you get that middle pressure. And that forces Trubisky out of the pocket and then try to make a throw on the run. Now, I mean, you could go back and forth, but one could argue you had time to make a quicker pass to begin with. But anyway, we had an empty again. And this ball is really on Gabriel. And there was a couple times where it's an incomplete or a drop pass, excuse me. So this is out of empty again. And again, you got 4 rushers, and that's a good ball, and that's open. There's nothing on Trubisky. You got a lot of people standing up and moving around, but essentially it's 4 rushers. So 1, 2, 3. I started a little late, but about 3.5 seconds, which again, if you look at the completed pass, that's how much time he had usually. So we get really 3 people, and then they pin around. Daniels recovers pretty well. But we got a late. And honestly, I said it in the other video, I don't really understand Patricia's game plan on the front. Like, they got one guy down, bunch of people standing up. I mean, I guess they try to do it like they used to do in the Patriots, but it just looks weird. So anyway, bunch trips to the right. Some of these route combinations look weird. I'm trying to see what they're doing. So we got an outside release by Gabriel, inside drag, little crossing route here, little hook up over the top, out route, and a vertical route. Excuse me. So we've seen that before, but that was batted down. So again, we'll look at the pass pro. 1, 2, 3 seconds, and I think that's about average of what it was taking Trubisky to throw with his completed passes. And really here you got good pass pro. I mean, there's a nice defined pocket, just a nice play by A'Shawn Robinson. See, second quarter, 3rd and 10, bunch trips to the right again. Showing blitz, low snap, and he gets sacked. And we do have a little bit of a vertical concept. So it's 3rd and 10, remember. So we got a reroute here. I'm not even sure. So he just curls up, curl up, vertical. So that's our old friend, the curl route. So need a little bit of time, but let's see, because they're definitely was showing blitz. Let's see how many they end up bringing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 3 seconds before the pressure gets home, but really with the low snap, that also throws it off. All right, so let's see. It looks like only 4 ended up coming. And so your right side is the issue here, but also the snap too. You essentially cut off a fraction of a second, which matters when you got to locate the snap and readjust. But they come off the edge. One stunts in. Massey does not help. He doesn't help on either of those people. Those were both terrible blocks. And so there starts with Massey, but then you also got Coward, who gets beat in his one-on-one matchup. And I guess that's, with a undisciplined player, that's the good benefit of having all these people standing up. You don't know if they're coming or not, so he's more worried about him. And then this guy gets the jump on him. He's not fast enough to recover. And yeah, so there you go. On the O-line, pass pro and snap, I would say 100%. And again, as I say, most of these film sessions, it's the twist and stunt that usually get offensive linemen in trouble. So we see the same play. We got the vertical, we got the little inside cross, and then we got the little curl route over the top. ends up going short. And this is really Trubisky's fault as far as why it's incomplete, because this is when he leads Anthony Miller right into a big hit. So from the snap, you got a nice defined pocket, very clean pocket, no issues there. Problem is where Trubisky led the receiver, and so that led to that incomplete pass. All right, so 1st and 10, we're in the third quarter. Under center, let's see, 21 personnel. Play action, 2-man route, both curls, and really just a high pass and a dumb concept in my opinion. Why would you run a 2-man curl route? But anyway, play action. And I definitely think he had time. Of course, there's some late pressure here, which I don't even understand with all these people protecting, but a little bit of late pressure, but I think he definitely had enough time to make that throw deliverable. So from the snap, play action, 1, 2, 3, about 3 seconds. And again, that's kind of the average that he was getting. And that was Massey, 100%. And I at least have always said Massey's our worst on the line, not including Coward. I meant like our original starters, but Massey has always kind of been that weak link, especially in pass pro. So we get a vertical route, throws with some anticipation, throws early, 2x2. And really it's a wheel route and it's a pick route. I hate pick routes. But it's a quick throw, so it's going to come across, try to pick. And Robinson just never gets to step on him. So a quick throw, I imagine not a lot of pressure, but we got 4 people up near the line. Let's see how many they bring. They bring 4. Trey Flowers inside. Very clean pocket. Very clean pocket, just missed a little bit on the accuracy. Let's see, we're in the 4th quarter now, so getting towards the end here soon. 2x2 out of the shotty. Drop back, puts it up. Receiver's nowhere near in position. All right, look like a clean pocket to me. Let's see how much time we got here. So ball snaps, 1, 2, 3, about 3.5. Clean pocket, man. I mean, not super clean, but definitely good enough to make a throw. So that was just more so the throw in the choice. All right, so empty, trips to the right. Low snap. Let's see what we run. All right, so we got the curl concept. It looked like again. These two ran into each other again. I really don't like some of the concepts we run. But anyway, it's not super vertical. You got the short option. He's going vertical. He's curling up. But by that time, he's sacked. And I think the 2 receivers running into each other really is what caused that confusion. But let's see the pass pro. See, 1, 2, 3. I would say a solid 3 seconds in the pocket before pressure gets there. But again, with the low snap, that kind of throws it off. So they bring 5, then 1 backs off. And the interior has been doing the job. You know, Trubisky backs up instead of steps up. And that's really, you know, you cause a sack. And I said it earlier when he stepped into Trey Flowers, he's not doing any favors for the O-line. Right now, this is sealed. Step up here. He goes backwards, and that just makes it easier for defensive lineman to make a play. But again, solid 3 seconds, but then Cody Whitehair snap is also an issue. All right, so fourth quarter again, under center, bunch trips to the left, little motion, play action. Receiver fell, and I think that was one of the big reasons for this. Taylor Gabriel kind of falls, but their man coverage, everybody is manned up pretty well. They didn't really fall for the play action, which is not surprising, but anyway. So let's see here. So you go with the play action, got the extra blockers, and plenty of time, excuse me. And once Trubisky doesn't see anything, he's trying to make a play with his legs, which, some people are okay with that. Me personally, I would rather you get rid of the ball, but hey. All right, so 3rd and 11, bunch trips to the right. So it looks like we definitely had a blitz that time. But anyway, let's see what the bunch trips ran. See, we got about an even release. Then we got attacking the seam. Looks like a little bit of a crosser. So it actually is similar to the play we ran. It looks like when we scored with Taylor Gabriel on the flag. But a little bit of vertical concept. Nothing was really wide open. Let's see the pass pro. 1, 2, 3. Roughly like right under 3 seconds. So quicker pressure, but it is a blitz. So at this point, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I might have counted an extra one, but they brought a lot of people. No, I think that was 7 because you had these 2 blitz. You had all 3 of them. That's 6. And then 32 ends up coming. And 40. I mean, you got pretty much a jailhouse blitz. So now at this point, Trubisky needs to recognize this and understand his hot route. You do have an extra blocker helping out on the edge. But, yeah. With that many people blitz, you need to understand your high route. Let me go back and see what Browniker did. Because now we got 4 receivers out in the route. Yeah, you got to go to Browniker. That's wide open. And you know what's funny? I didn't look at that the first time, but I knew somebody was wide open based off how many people blitzed. There is no way you blitzed that many people and nobody was open. Trubisky, you got to make that throw. That's on Trubisky. Trying to hold it and look for some big downfield, get it to Browniker, yet let him pick up yards. That's 100% on Trubisky. All right, that's it. Way to end on that note. But I figured that's what it was. So, yeah, man, I talked about the narrative. And again, this is against the Detroit Lions, a very lowly ranked defense. But I would venture to guess from what I've seen from Trubisky's throws, what I've seen from the run game, if I did the same breakdown in other games, there's going to be tougher games than others. But for the most part, I'm not buying the whole offensive line narrative. Again, definitely think they could be better and we need more talent. Been saying that for a long time, but not buying into this narrative. We are the worst offensive line. They're completely trash. Trubisky has no time to throw. That's not true at all. So anyway, go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Thumbs up, subscribe. And remember, stay up and bear down.